Good morning, everybody. We're going to be working on page 123 today. And we're focusing on working with word problems, but explaining these remainders by using place value disks and modeling it with standard algorithm. So we're going to be working on some word problems, focusing on that place value and that standard algorithm. Okay? And tens and ones. Okay, perfect. So let's get into this first problem. When you divide 95 by 3, there is a remainder of 1. Let's model this problem with place value disks. So let's model it. Let's make our little place value disks here. And let's begin with tens and ones. And remember, this is 94 divided by 3. And so let's make 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's make 9 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And let's put this double line here so that we can focus and make sure that we are dividing 3 times, right? Because our divisor is 3. And remember, we need 3 dots to make these groups. So let's start focusing on grouping these dots. So I'm going to start with over here on the 1. So 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. And let's see if we come out to the right solution here. We got groups of 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. And we got 1. And we have a remainder here. Don't forget that little remainder. So our quotient is 31 with a remainder of 1. All right, cool. But we show the remainder, obviously, right here, right? But let's do standard algorithm as well. So let's work on this in standard algorithm. So we're gonna have 94. We're gonna have 94 divided by 3, and I'm gonna list my multiples of 3: 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 18 and 21, and we can find how many groups we have. 3 dots and make a group, and we have 9. Okay, so how many dots will make up a group when we have 9 dots and we have to divide it by 3? It's gonna be 3, 6, and 9. So it's gonna be 3 groups. Perfect. And we are going to subtract. We are going to subtract 9. Which will give us 0. And we need to bring down this 4. And we're going to do this whole thing again. This is where a lot of you get stuck. So remember, we have 4 dots here. We can make at least one group of 3, which we can do. So one group of 3, that is going to give us, we're going to subtract 3 from that, because one group of 3, and we'll get a remainder of 1. All right, perfect. And we definitely don't need to check our work here because we have the place value to check our work. We both have the same quotient and the same remainder. All right, so let's go down to problem 2. All right, remember, if I am going too quickly, please pause the video, please go back, rewind, and to make sure that you're understanding exactly what we're doing here for today's math. All right. We are going to start with Cayman says that 94 divided by 3 is 30 with a remainder of 4. However, let's solve this math right away and see if Cayman is right in the first place. So Cayman says that this is the quotient that Cayman's giving, it's 30 with a remainder of 4. All right, so let's do the math real quick, see if Cayman's correct. So 94 divided by 3, okay? So let's list our multiples. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 12, 15, and 18, multiples of 3. And what we need to focus on is we have, it takes 3 dots to make a group, right? 1, 2, and 3, that's one group. And here we have 9 dots. So how many groups can we make? So let's look at our multiples. 3, 6, and 9. Okay, so we can make 3 groups. 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to have 3, and we're going to subtract 9 to get 0. And don't forget to bring down your 4. And, oh yeah, this is the same problem from above. We have to have 3 dots to make a group, so we can at least make one group to subtract 3. And we'll get a remainder of 1. So Cayman is very wrong. However, let's see what he kind of reasons. He says that he reasons that this is correct because 3 times 30 plus 4 is 94. What mistake has Cayman made? Well, his first mistake is that we are making groups here, and he is understanding that 30 times 3 does equal 90. However, we still have 4. We still have 4 here, but it's not plus 4 because we're making groups. So how many groups is this 4 left, these 4 dots? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 dots left, and we have to make a groups of 3 because that's our divisor, right? 3. So we can make one more group, right? And that 90 is going to change to 91, and then we have a little remainder left, so we get that so we get that one group, we get that 93, right? And we get plus 1. So it's 31 with a remainder of 1 here. And this is where he really goofed up, was he thought it's plus 4. And it's not. It's groups of 3. So we still have one group of 3 here with a remainder of 1. So poor guy just really got confused. We had to make groups of 3 here, and that's what he failed to understand. Alright, so we're going to go to the back page here, and we are going to be focusing on 4A and 4B. And this is a really good problem for us. All right, we're going to be working on problem 4, and we're going to be working with 2 word problems that are going to be using division in order to solve for bills. So we're going to be working with $56, and we are going to be using that $56 to represent our dividend. So let's read the word problem. They have 5 $10 bills and 6 $1 bills. Draw a picture to show how the bills will be shared among 2 people. Will they have to make change at any stage? So there's 2 people. So let's solve using our standard algorithm first. So we have 2 as our divisor and 56 as our dividend. Let's use our multiples of 2 just to use if we need it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16, 18, and 20. Awesome. And we need 2 dots to make a group. So when we are dividing, let's look at this 5. How many dots can we make into 2 groups out of 5? We're going to have 2 and 4, and 6 is too far. So we're going to look at this 4 here. That's 2 groups. And 2 times 2 is 4. We're going to subtract. and we will have 1 left over, a remainder in the tens place. Now this is when we're going to unbundle, but instead of unbundling, we're just going to bring this 6 down, and now we have 16. So now let's divide again and see how many groups of 2 we can get out of 16 here. This 16. So let's continue. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Boom, that is exact. And that is 8 groups. 8 groups. So remember, we're going to put 16 down because 8 times 6 is, or 8 times 2 is 16. And we'll subtract, and we're going to get 0. So will they, let's check our work just to make sure that we're doing this right. 28 times 2 should equal our dividend of 56. So 2 times 8, 16, bundle the group of 10, 2 times 2 is 4, plus the bundle is 5, and yeah, good, nice. 56, we have the green light, and will they have to make change at any stage? No, they will not. They will not need to make change. All right. So now what I want us to do down here is I want us to do a placed value chart and show me how they can share the money evenly. So I want you to make a placed value chart where we have tens and ones, and I want you to show me using dis, okay? With using the placed value chart. So remember, we're going to have 5 tens, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember, this is 56 divided by 2. So remember, start dividing. So I want you to finish this out for our last problem. Show me using dis how to divide and share the money evenly between the 2 people. All right, have a good afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow.